Video Phantom! Scary stories!
Before we begin, please make sure you visit our Video Phantoms website every day and check out all of the new content and cool stuff we have for you over there. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you won't miss whenever we upload next. With that being said, let's grab your popcorn and enjoy the video.
The Immortal Curse of Dr. Jack Bright. Prologue, The Birth of a Tragedy. In the dim, sterile corridors of the SCP Foundation, Dr. Jack Bright paced restlessly. He was a man forever burdened by the weight of immortality, a condition that had been thrust upon him through the curse of SCP-963, an anomalous amulet that held his soul captive. Once, he was just another researcher in the Foundation, but a fateful experiment gone wrong had transformed his existence into something far more complex, far more tragic. Dr. Bright's mind wandered back to the days before the accident, to the family he once had. He could still see their faces, his wife, his children, innocent victims of a world they could never understand. But those days were long gone, and now he was nothing more than a consciousness trapped within the amulet, hopping from one body to another, doomed to outlive them all. Chapter 1, The Experiment. It was a typical day at Site-19 when the experiment that changed everything began. SCP-963 had been a mystery to the Foundation for years, an amulet that exhibited no significant effects until worn. The object had been passed around for testing, but no one suspected its true nature. Dr. Bright, a brilliant researcher known for his deep understanding of anomalous abilities, was tasked with studying it. The experiment was simple. Dr. Bright would wear the amulet, observe any changes and report back. But as he placed it around his neck, a sharp pain shot through his chest and he collapsed. The last thing he remembered was the sterile white of the lab ceiling fading to black. When he awoke, he was no longer in his own body. His consciousness had transferred to a nearby D-class personnel, leaving his former self a lifeless husk on the cold lab floor. Panic set in as he realized the horrifying truth. SCP-963 had not just killed him. It had trapped his soul within the amulet, forever bound to whoever touched it next. Chapter 2, The Awakening. The Foundation was quick to recognize the significance of the event. Dr. Bright, now a consciousness within the D-class, was rushed to containment. As the researchers attempted to understand what had happened, it became clear that Dr. Bright was no longer just a man, he was something else entirely. His new anomalous abilities allowed him to transfer his consciousness from body to body, ensuring his survival but at the cost of his humanity. Dr. Bright's tragic origins began to unravel in his mind. The memories of his former life, the love he had lost, the family he would never see again. These thoughts consumed him. But there was no time for mourning. The Foundation had a new asset and they intended to use it. Chapter 3, The Rules of Immortality. Over time, Dr. Bright adapted to his new reality. He learned the rules of immortality, rules that were as much a curse as they were a guide. He could not die, but each death brought a new host, a new face, and a new set of challenges. His mind, however, remained intact, a constant in an ever-changing existence. The SCP Foundation established protocols for Dr. Bright's containment. He was to be kept under strict supervision, and the amulet was never to leave his possession. But with each passing year, the lines between who he was and who he had been blurred. The Foundation tried to impose rules on him, rules that he himself contributed to, a way to maintain some semblance of control in a life that had spiraled beyond his grasp. Chapter 4, The Man Behind the Amulet. Despite his condition, Dr. Bright remained a valuable asset to the Foundation. His knowledge of anomalous abilities was unmatched, and his willingness to engage with the most dangerous of SCPs made him indispensable. Yet, beneath the surface, the man who once was Jack Bright began to fade. He became known as the man who could not die, a legend within the Foundation. But behind the bravado and the dark humor was a soul tormented by the tragic origins of his existence. Each new body brought new memories, new experiences, but none could erase the pain of what he had lost. Dr. Bright's obsession with the amulet grew. He spent years trying to understand its power, to find a way to break free from its curse. But SCP-963 was a mystery even to him, an artifact older than any record, with origins that defied explanation. Chapter 5, The Legacy of Dr. Bright. The years passed, and Dr. Bright became an enigma within the Foundation. His antics, his disregard for protocol, and his dark sense of humor were well known, but so too was his brilliance. He became a mentor to new researchers, a guide to those who dared to explore the darkest corners of the SCP universe. But with each passing decade, the weight of immortality grew heavier. He watched as friends and colleagues aged while he remained the same. He saw the world change around him, yet he was forever anchored to the past, to the day he first donned SCP-963. Chapter 6. The Final Experiment. One day, a breakthrough came. A possible way to sever the connection between Dr. Bright and the amulet. The Foundation proposed a final experiment, one that could either free him or trap him in the amulet forever. It was a risk, but Dr. Bright was willing to take it. He had lived too long, seen too much, and the prospect of an end, even a final one, was more appealing than an eternity bound to SCP-963. The experiment was conducted in the deepest levels of Site-19, far from prying eyes. As the procedures began, Dr. Bright felt a strange sensation, a pull at the very core of his being. For a moment he thought it was working. He could feel the ties to the amulet loosening. But then something went wrong. The amulet began to glow, and the room filled with an overwhelming energy. The researchers scrambled to shut it down, but it was too late. A massive explosion rocked the facility, and when the dust settled, Dr. Bright was gone. Or so it seemed. In the aftermath, the amulet was found intact, but Dr. Bright's consciousness was nowhere to be found. Some believed he had finally escaped, while others feared he was trapped in the amulet, unable to communicate, forever lost within its depths. Epilogue: The Legend of Dr. Bright. The story of Dr. Jack Bright became a legend within the SCP Foundation, a cautionary tale of the dangers of anomalous abilities and the cost of immortality. The amulet was placed in deep containment, guarded more closely than ever before. But even in containment, the amulet seemed to pulse with a life of its own, as if waiting for the next unlucky soul to touch it. The rules Dr. Bright had created lived on, a testament to the man he once was. But his legacy was more than just rules. It was a reminder of the fragility of life and the horrors that could arise when man tampered with the unknown. Some say that on quiet nights, deep within the bowels of Site-19, you can still hear his voice. A whisper, a laugh, a reminder that Dr. Jack Bright may be gone, but he is never truly forgotten. And so, the curse of SCP-963 lives on, an eternal reminder of the price one pays for immortality. Author's note asterisk. This story weaves together Dr. Jack Bright, SCP Foundation, SCP-963, Immortality, Anomalous Abilities, Tragic Origins, Site-19, Containment, Rules of Immortality, and Final Experiment. The narrative aligns with the theme of the SCP universe, capturing the essence of Dr. Bright's story while also optimizing for search engines.
Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. It really helps me to grow. And guys, if you really enjoyed the video, please give it a share on social media, Facebook, Twitter, wherever you guys be hanging out at the most. It really helps and I appreciate it, guys. Also, my goal is to reach at least 1 million loyal subscribers over the next 5 years. Guys, I'm going to give it everything I got and go hard as I can. Hopefully it pays off for me, guys. And y'all going to be a big part of that. And as I grow, you guys will be rewarded for a lot of stuff for helping me participating. And as just a token of my appreciation, guys, the least I can do. Also, guys, make sure you go down in the video description and click the links. Visit all my websites. I done put hella work into these websites, man. Getting them built up, jam-packed with content just for you guys. You know, we got videos, we got the hottest trending offers online. I'm talking about everything, guys. Everything from education, teaching you how to make $1,000 a day online. Like, man, guys, everything that you can think of is on there. So, guys, make sure you go over there, check it out. Click links, watch videos, do your thing, man. I really want you guys to enjoy. I worked hard on it, and I want you guys to really enjoy it, man. So, yeah. Also, guys, while you're down there in the description, make sure you go and check out my other channels. I got links to all of them down below. I worked hard on these channels, guys. I worked hard on my websites. I worked hard on everything for you guys. Make sure you join my Facebook groups. I got Facebook groups set up for every channel that I got, guys. I'm trying to go global, man. You feel me? It's the family, man. This Rich Founders, man. I want y'all to be part of Rich Founders. Y'all part of the family, man. This a mafia, you feel me? Going worldwide with this shit. But anyway, man, love you guys. Y'all be blessed, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.